good morning, very much the evening, and I just came back from the gym, so I look like it. And also, in my car, obviously, I felt the need to get back into the car just to emotionally tap back into the place where I was. I guess to tap back into a place of emotional freedom or comfort or looseness, because I used to do Zoom therapy in my car, and that was bad. That ended badly. It started badly, it was bad during, and it ended badly. And also part of this process is that I'm giving myself a solid 15 minutes to get through this. So if my eyes keep darting, it's because I'm looking at the clock. Really, I can look at the my phone and see the timestamp on the video. Whatever. This is all stuff that doesn't matter. Anyway, here's what I've been going through. So, I had wanted to post a video last week, and really I should have posted it way before. I guess not way before. Whatever. I take way too long between filming and editing. That's one thing. And a part of that is because the softwares. My computer is trying me. I even got a new computer and it's still trying me. And I'm not going to get too much into it, but it's...
I'm already going through a lot of shit right now. Leave me the fuck alone.
Anyway, so I had filmed a video and, I think I'm going to give up on it. I think I'm going to allow myself to throw it away. And here's why. I had filmed it as okay, here's something quick. And it's going to take a short time to film and therefore a short time to edit. That was my goal. But then when I was filming it, first of all, I was not as prepared as I thought I was. I thought I set all my stuff out and I was good to go. And then day of, there was something I didn't have that I needed. And I powered through that. And I thought that that was a good thing to do. And I can't say that it's not, because I do think there's something to say for just get it done, just do the thing that you're thinking about doing, and you don't have to be prepared to start. So in the spirit of that, I was let me just go. But because I wasn't prepared, I think I made the process way more miserable for me than it needed to be and made it take way longer. And on the issue of it taking way longer, I wanted to film for 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. I go to put my videos into Adobe Premiere Pro to edit, and it was very short, and I was like, okay, slay, quick video, I'm gonna edit it all now. I start playing it, I realize it's the wrong video. I put the correct footage in, it's an hour. Okay. Immediately I was like, I can't handle this right now. And here's the thing, I like doing longer videos, but I need to say something. I'm conflicted sometimes with the amount of substance in what I'm putting out, because what it comes down to is I don't know what I want to be doing on my page, really. I don't really know what I want to be doing on my channel. From the standpoint of this is content, as in thinking about the viewer experience, sometimes I'm what's the point of this? And then thinking of me, or thinking, and sometimes overly thinking about what I'm trying to lead myself to, or where I'm trying to go. from making videos, because that's something that like in my lifetime I have seen become like a career for people, and now that's something that's very present. It's very like in the spotlight, like everyone like knows about this thing that people do where you make videos, you get paid, it's your job, etc. And that's something that's like, is that my goal? I don't know. And then there's the aspect that's like, this is just my little diary, but it's also, this is my public little diary. So I guess I'm trying to figure out if I'm okay with a certain level of like banality, like a certain level of like silliness or emptiness. And empty sounds really like rough. That's like a rough way to put it. But you know, with all the things that are happening in the world right now, it is empty. It does feel empty or like useless to do some of these like silly things that I'm doing. And also, I think back. Let me turn the light on. But also, I think back to like a year ago or a couple years ago, the type of things that I was doing, what like when filming videos was like really like fun for me. There was a point where like I hit a serious depression, and then videos stopped being like fun. It's not that they stopped being fun like in total, but there's that, you know, when you first start something and you're like excited about it and like really into it, there's that like excitement. And then I hit, you know, a like period of my life where that initial rush was just like taken out of it. And I think about that time and I'm like, oh my God, I wish so much that I could just go back and like just like do those silly things or like think my silly thoughts. So there's a part of me that's trying to recapture that and like have this be a creative outlet and like a outlet for like my mental like rigor, as opposed to like an emotional outlet so much. But also it's good to be a little emotional and vulnerable. But at the same time, I am always thinking about protecting myself in a way, because this is like a public space as much as it is like, oh, just my little channel. And here's the thing, like, people will remind you that this is in public, in that one would think like hate is something that people get or attract when they're like bigger and like really like popping off. No, the one person who views your content will gladly hate on it. And you know what? Even before I started posting like video stuff, like on my private social media, strangers would like start following me and like send me hate messages. And you might think, oh, that's someone you know, like in disguise. It's not. It was a random situation and I just blocked them. But that's another like thing. I feel like people are talking about plenty how people on the internet now have no like tact or like emotional control. Like people don't act like they're speaking to a person more than ever now. But I was watching a video where someone was saying like a good chunk of like hate comments on the internet are a small number of people relatively, who like their only outlet for like this like impulse that they have to hate is just to go on the internet and like spew, because when they do that in real life, the consequences affect them too much. And that tracks, so whatever. But anyway, a thing that I struggle with, and I'm coming up on my time limit, but I'm gonna give myself a few minutes to get through this idea. A thing that I'm struggling with, often actually, in a lot of avenues, is the balance between like persevere, don't give up, increase your level of taste, increase your level of production, make everything better, do things quickly, do things well, like a more like perfectionist type of lens, and the part of me that's like, sometimes you just need to give up. Like, sometimes in a creative endeavor, just delete it. Sometimes you can just throw it away and it doesn't matter that much, and you don't have to be super precious with it. Because this was another factor in me struggling through that video, is the more time that passed, the more I was like, the subject of this and the things that I'm doing are so nothing that waiting so long to post it and then coming back with this is like, here, here's some trash. Like, it was almost like the more time went by, the less value that the end product had to me. So I'm deciding definitively, it just trash. Just throw it out. And I might even do the exact same concept again, but just do it prepared and like be ready to do it and execute it the way that I wanted to, which was just almost like, this is a little something extra, like something very short, at least short for me, and very quick, or at least like, I can't be having an hour of footage to edit. I can't do that anymore to myself. But also, on these scales that I'm setting up, the perfectionist lens over here, and then over here on the other side is like, when it comes to the like, just like, don't be precious with it, give up, just throw it away. And there's don't be precious with it, but still put it out. And then there's don't be precious with it, it can go in the trash. On the side of like not being precious, not being, not like forcing it, I feel like sometimes I don't know if I should be so willing to give up, because I do see the benefit so much of leaning away from the like perfectionist side, or in just saying like, I don't have to do this, and just not doing it. But at the same time, I do want to challenge myself more to produce. And this is making me think again of my friend who, whenever I would say like produce instead of like create, that made them like kind of antsy, because I made them think of products and not of like fun things you do for fun. Yeah, so sometimes I feel, or I worry that like I'm underachieving because I'm not overachieving. And this was something my bad therapist didn't help me with. Actually, she made me feel worse about it. So that's something I've been reflecting on. And I have decided in this case to just release it, just give up. Oh, and here's something else I told my friend, because they were going through like a creative challenge, and we're not performing up to their expectation or their standard, and we're really like upset about it. If you're not perfect, you can still keep going. But you can also stop. However, stop because you are choosing to. Don't stop because you feel like you have to because you made a mistake. So this is me choosing to stop because I want to, instead of choosing to stop because I feel like I have to. I felt like I had to finish, and every step I was taking towards finishing, I was liking the result less and less, and it was just making me feel worse. So I'm choosing to stop and put my energy into something that I think will make me feel better. Okay, so I've run out of the time that I've allotted for myself, so I'm going to stop there. Like the video if you like the video. Comment in the comments if you have something to say. Hopefully this is very short. And I will edit it in the amount of time that I feel comfortable with. Okay, bye.